What's poppin', everybody? Cerebral4 here, and I have an expanded match with Gengar Mimikyu GX Vileplume. You guys know the drill. I use this deck a lot. To be honest, I really just want to update the deck. I don't want to show any more matches with this version, and I want to get the third Gengar, at least get one more Gengar Mimikyu GX, and just build the deck how I want to actually build it, 100%. Maybe put in another Mew. The Emolga engine, it has served me well. It serves me well, but there's times that it backfires too, and I just want to get rid of it altogether. But it's just so difficult. I can't for the life of me get the third Gengar. I mean, the only decks that it might see play with is maybe some Malamar decks in expanded. The real best way to use it is with Vileplume, to be honest. I'm not a fan of the Omastar version. It's not really doing much anyway, to my knowledge. I'm not impressed by it. But got a really strong turn here. Got the Brigitte with Tapu Lele. We'll be able to search out all of our Pokemon, Oddish, Emolga. Got the Cherish Ball for Gengar, Psychic Energy. And I've already have the Vileplume and Rare Candy there. Pretty lucky. I mean, we have the N to dig for next turn, but this is an incredibly strong turn 1 here. Not exactly uncommon, because my deck is consistent. It's built, of course, to get Vileplume as soon as possible. You want to get the item lock as soon as you can and just let Gengar wreck your opponent. But just a very, very good turn 1 here. And it's when you have these kinds of turns that the game should be, already wrapped up, depending on what your opponent has. I can't make an attack this turn, so as always, the opponent has one free turn to play items and stuff. He opened up with Tapu Lele GX here, okay, and nothing else. And just taking a little bit of time there, and he's going to go for the chorus. Damn. So, wow, just turn 1 chorus. He must be pretty desperate. Like, if it wasn't for my full bench, he wasn't going to be able to draw almost nothing. And he's playing the VS Seeker, getting the chorus back. It's a smart play on his part. He knows what my deck is going to be. He sees the Gengar, sees the Oddishes. So I might as well play the VS Seeker and get the supporter back. And Rare Candy, we got the Vileplume as soon as turn 1. Like, I don't even need to use my GX attack just yet. So go with N, give him a little bit of a hand. This is going to help my Gengar 2 here get a knockout. Tapu Lele GX, because it only has 170 HP, if I just get if he just has 4 trainers in hand, I get the 1-hit knockout. So we're gonna go for poltergeist. There's not even a point for me to use Horror House GX. I debate there a little bit, but let's see, just three trainers. He's got the Guzma there. That could be troublesome because we couldn't get the float stone on Vileplume. You can always do. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Looks like he's playing some sort of a Golisopod deck. He's got those Wimpods. Probably Golisopod GX. It seems that's the strongest one. A Pokemon that, even if it wasn't standard right now, probably wouldn't be doing much. The whole tanking thing with 210 HP, it's not anything right now. There's Pokemon that can easily get a 1-hit knockout. Trying to tank, the Acerola combo and then hitting for 120 with first impressions isn't what it used to be. It's not even that long ago, but, just a couple of years. It's a long time in the Pokemon TCG. Just 1.5 years, you could say. And it's going to go with N. It's going to mess up my hand, too. But to be honest, it's not like I had, anything. We got some better stuff, actually, here. Get the Psychic Energies, get the Center Lady too. And I left his stadium because it doesn't bother me, to be honest. We don't use any GX abilities and stuff besides Tapu Lele, which I've already played. So I'm just going to leave that and play my Ultra of the Moon when I know I want to use it and switch. So let's see, Skyla, and I'm going to get, I think, N, because we already have everything else. Like, what else am I going to need here? Got the Guzma in hand too, so Gonna go with that. And just poltergeist. You got a few trainers there. Damn, 200. Kind of a waste. I wish I could have hit somebody bigger. Get the float stuff from the prizes. But you guys can see that, if you get the lock so early, your opponent can really struggle depending on the deck they play. He's piling up those energies on the Wimpots. But I think I'm going to go for the Guzma next turn and pick on that Wimpot there. Get rid of it. Get rid of it if it doesn't evolve. Passes the turn. And let's put the Psychic Energy on Mew. Go for the Guzma play, like I've said. I mean, if he evolved into a Golisopod, it would have been better. Because then we just pick on you. And I'm going to use the GX attack or something. But you know what? We can actually use Mew here and even move the Gengar out of harm's way. Our valuable prized Pokemon. So I'm doing very well here. I mean, I've got complete control of the game. He's struggling. Doesn't have much. He finally managed to get the Golisopod GX out. And another Rainbow Energy, which is actually pretty sweet. That Pokemon has 210 HP, so to get the one-hit knockout, I would need 5 trainers in hand. But since he played 2 Rainbow Energies there, he's not using regular grass. With just 4 trainers, I could even get lucky and get an instant one-hit knockout now. So all of these little things matter. So he gets the knockout on Mew, but Mew did its job, got us a knockout. Since he's not using any, GX immune Pokemon and stuff, this is just Golisopod. Gengar should be good. And start putting some energies on Tapu Lele as well. Maybe I'm going to use that too, since he's building up energies. Now, I play down the Ultra of the Moon, but to be honest, now that I think about it, that wasn't a good idea. Because I'm going to go for Horror House GX here, and hope to get like that one-hit knockout on this dude. But Rainbow's energies, it counts as Psychic too, so now he can retreat if he wants with my Stadium and just move the Golisopod out of harm's way. So yeah, that was a mistake on my end, but it just backfired big time. Like I've said, every little thing counts. So put the Psychic Energy on Tapu Lele GX, and I think the best thing we can do now is just move the Gengar back on the bench and just use Lele to get this finishing touch. Might as well. Damn it. I mean, I used the GX attack. That was supposed to be to, finish the Golisopod. Guaranteed KO there, but yeah. I shouldn't have played my Stadium. There was no need to be honest. I just drew an extra card, but it didn't matter. So now, he's making the correct plays he needs to make. He plays a DC, so now he can use Armor Press, I suppose, because he can't do much of switching around. Guzma and Hala, the supporter you see all the time in those Arceus Necrozma GX, Arceus Necrozma decks. God damn, that deck is so broken. I'm really curious how Gengar would fare against it. I haven't really, surprisingly, had the chance to play with it much with Gengar. Like, I wonder. I mean, because I use so many different decks and expand it all the time. Sometimes, goddamn, car outside. Sometimes, maybe some decks you wouldn't even get to play that matchup. So he's going for Armor Press, and he got rid of my Stadium there for the power plant. Doesn't really matter, to be honest, too much. And, it's a good play on his end. I mean, best attack you can use at the moment. And it blocks damage too. But I guess he never would have imagined I had Center Lady in hand. So we're just going to do 80 damage. And now he can't KO me. Like, if he uses Armor Press, he can't quite get the KO. Even if he uses First Impressions. So, it's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, even if I do 80 next turn, I probably can KO him. It's just going to be 80 damage. But, I'm making it even harder for him. He's definitely struggling. He probably thought he was going to get that KO on Tapu Lele GX. So he's got a sizable hand over there, but of course he can't play items. And I actually need to start seeing maybe some psychic energies and the other Gengar, start making him ready. But he's going to go for that Malo and Lana play there. So healing the Golisopod, all the damage, and he's actually going to sacrifice the DC on that Lele, go for the Crossing Cut GX. Okay, so I guess he went ahead and did that. But you know what? Getting those 2 prizes more than likely means that I'm going to be KOing this Tapu Lele here. And let's see, top deck the other Gengar, that's great. Don't really want to use N because it's only going to get 3 cards. And fuck me. Wasn't expecting that. So he didn't have a single trainer, just all of those Garbodors and that Rainbow Energy. Wow. Okay, so I didn't expect that, but it is a reality you gotta be ready for, Gengar's poltergeist is all about trainers stuck in your opponent's hand. If they don't have trainers, you can't do damage. So, gonna play down the Oddish there, and I'm kind of forced to use N here. Like, I definitely need to change up his hand and start seeing some different stuff too. So get the Psychic Energy and some pretty dangerous stuff there. Gengar isn't in danger of dying from Armor Press. It's going to be a 3-hit KO. So let's go for Poltergeist. Okay, he's got 2 things now. So going to do 80 damage. But yeah, you guys can see that even with that perfect start I had, he found a way to sort of get back in the game, not auto-lose. This is what you got to do. You can't just instantly give up. You got to look for ways to get yourself back in the game. Sometimes, of course, it's impossible, but in this case, he's kind of keeping up with me in a way. And I gotta be really careful because, if this Gengar dies, he instantly wins. He just needs to KO this dude. So Armor Press, 200 damage, and I definitely need to get rid of this guy out of the way. So top deck the Juniper, perfect. Exactly what I need here. Get the other Emolga, go for the Juniper, and get rid of these guys, draw maximum value. And no Psychic Energy. Jesus, man, not even the Ultra of the Moon, the other one. Wow, so before you know it, I'm in a rough spot here. Like, I gotta move the Gengar out of the way. And we gotta promote a decoy, I think. I don't want to promote the other Gengar. He still needs to get 3 prizes, so, if I can keep the Gengar safe, I can stall for a little bit. So let's promote the Emolga there. But, I definitely need to get something next turn. Like, I need a Psychic Energy, another Juniper-like supporter. We gotta get something. Right. But, if I get rid of this Golisopod, I should have game guaranteed. Because he doesn't have much of else going on. So Armor Press, get the KO easily on Emolga. And we gotta go all out with Gengar now. So top deck the Psychic Energy, that's great. Just what I needed. Let's go with the Brigitte, just to move it out of the way. Get another Oddish, just to get these cards out of the way. So that when I use supporters, I don't keep drawing them. And just had just about enough. 3 trainers, 130 damage, and now the game is mine. But, my opponent played really well. He was really patient. Didn't, surrender immediately like other people would. And just grinded the game out and kind of got close. Just Tapu Lele GX here. 1 Rainbow Energy is not going to do anything. Go with the Juniper, but you're just helping me finish you off at this point. But he surrenders right there. Very good game. GG. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Hope you guys subscribe. Leave a like. Share this video with your friends. And I'll see you tomorrow for the last video of the year. Yep. Saber054 Wasay.